like when you're that drunk and you're like, you just like, you literally like just storm in. You're like,
Like that Tasmanian.
yeah,
Yeah, they said it like that.
yeah. Because
And it's all this drama and chaos. Make food, put the TV on, and then you sit down and go.
yeah, and obviously you're not coming in going, okay, you know, I'm still in a good frame of mind. Let's close the door. Let's lock up.
Yeah.
Let's keep the volume of the TV down to a certain level. You know,
It's
that's
not feeling drunk and all of a sudden you're dead. You're like,
yeah. Or you're like, yeah, I like this. Whatever's happening, yeah, I like it. And I like it. It must be loud. So, anyway, welcome to this week's episode of Everyday Shit with myself and Georgie,
how's it?
where we discuss everyday events and our own personal lives. Hopefully, try and entertain you in the process as well as make you laugh. So, Georgie, how was your week? Any update on the job front?
No.
Not.
So still looking.
Okay.
I've had like a meeting here or there, but nothing set in stone.
Okay.
So yeah, on the job hunt, not so great right now, but I'm remaining positive.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know what people do when they don't work. I'm so fucking bored. I'm so bored. I'm training, obviously, so I get to train a little bit later at least.
Okay.
Then I always like, you know, some part of my day is always going to like applying for jobs and things like that.
Yes.
Always, you know, just on my PC. Then I'm like meeting up with a friend. Luckily my best friend is a teacher, so she's been on school holidays.
Okay.
So
Is this Tesh?
Haley.
Haley. Okay.
Yeah, that's
All right.
them.
Okay.
And
Sorry, Tesh, you're still a bestie. It's just, that's the other one.
the next one.
Yeah.
So I saw her a decent amount at least, but like, and then I'd just be home and I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so bored.
Hence the fact I got into real estate. So obviously when I first stopped working, because funny enough, this week, I think, Wednesday was 4 years since I stopped working.
Oh.
So when I first stopped working, you think like, yes, I'm gonna love life. I'm gonna just chill at home, do whatever. And then you suddenly start realizing that you get fucking bored out of your mind. You get cabin fever. Also what
everybody else is at work.
That's the other thing. So it's like all fun and well to say, okay, let's go. We can go grab lunch, or we can do who are you grabbing lunch with?
Yeah.
People are working.
My friends, they're working.
So obviously I have this one friend that's also like retired. And so we'd always do a wine Wednesday. So I bring a bottle of wine to his house. He has a bottle of wine, and we drink both bottles of wine in the afternoon while we.
I'm more than happy to implement that with a friend.
So it is actually quite good fun. But then the problem is you start having wine Wednesday, tequila Thursday.
What's that Thursday?
That's
like to call it?
Yes, and long little.
Suddenly it turns into pussy every day.
Yeah, and also that eventually starts taking its mental toll on your mind. So it's not great. And then eventually I started seeing like my mental health was suffering.
I thought it was going to be that I was going to do all of these things, right? So I realized all it was is that I maybe just needed like 2 days off, right? So when I was working, I was like, God, I have to do this and I have to do this and I have to do this. Then now that I haven't been working, I've had those in the first 2-3 days, I like sorted out my life, sorted out my cupboard, I sorted out my room, like I started packing my whole room. So obviously I'm still moving. I've like sorted all of that out. And then like 2 days later, I was like, okay, well, I don't really have anything else to sort out in my life. I'm a person that is quite sorted.
Okay, yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, what am I going to do now? So I have played like a paddle tournament here and there.
I saw, congratulations. I believe you came third.
Second.
A second, sorry, I'll have to,
20.
My source, I'll have to get them sorted out because they gave me wrong info.
Second. And then my friends were like, I hope you get second and not first. I was like, bitch, I want to get first. She's like, no, at first you don't get anything. You know, you just take a photo with the trophy. She's like, second, you get a pack of balls.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I got
That was at CDM, am I right?
Yeah. Got a new set of balls.
The yellow one.
No, yellow. I can't play with those pink ones. They're very disorientating.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know, I don't like them.
I didn't have a thing for pink, so I like them. So, pink socks, pink pants. Okay. So, I don't know, things like. Okay, so
I love pink. I just for the balls and disorientated.
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so then second. Well done, Alana. Okay, yeah, no, that.
I just want my paddle partner to know that it's you that sucks, not me. Because she came 16.
Okay. Well, at least you both end.
No humility here.
And the quick question, how is the league going?
So shit. So shit. I'm done with the league. We're like third loss.
Well, at least it's not a loss.
So actually what I realized was I love my friend, but her and I, we both play well. I actually just realized her and I don't play well together.
Yeah, that
We are not in tune. Both of our playing styles don't actually work.
suit each other.
They don't suit each other, yeah.
Okay.
So because she'll honestly have moments playing with someone else, she does great. I'll have moments playing with someone else that's more aligned with the way I play great.
Okay.
Then her and I come together, and it's just a fucker every time.
Okay. And what was I going to say? Okay, so how many more games are left in the league?
2 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's almost.
And I am, to be honest, I'm trying to like get them done now, and that's why I was trying to get them done during the day, because then it's half price.
Yes.
Also, but until I start working again, I'd like to minimize my spending.
Yes.
So
Well, that's why like this weather's not helping you to get your games in.
no, not at all. But luckily during the week, most of the people that we play are housewives.
Oh.
So we've managed to have some league games in the morning, which has been really cool.
I can sort of see how that works. When we used to play league, none of the guys would play because their wives are probably housewives and they need to work to earn the money. So
Yeah.
okay, so that's a bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's cool. So well, as I agree with you, keep stay positive, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Shit will come along.
Yeah.
It always
100%.
does.
I've been very proud of myself. Like I really haven't allowed any type of spiraling. I've been like, it's cool, it's chilled. Go on with the plan, which is like move, do this, do that, things like that. And I'm like, something will come. I am actively always applying and things like that. I'm not just like waiting for God to drop it on my lap.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did also I had someone that phoned me and they offered me such a low amount that I was like, actually, after looking at my CV, I found this offer a little bit insulting.
Yeah.
So I didn't take that. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm a little bit paranoid because I'm like, I don't want my ego to get involved either. And then I shoot myself in the foot. But yeah, so I'm remaining positive and I know the right thing is going to come.
100%.
Yeah.
And also it's early days. It's only like the second week.
It's only like 2 weeks that I haven't had work now. So I'm giving it October, November.
Okay.
So I think that's a pretty fair.
Okay.
But sure, other than that, nothing that new. Been with Adriana a lot because he's been on his bikes a lot.
Okay.
And that's it. What's new in your week?
This week, nothing much. Obviously, Nicola come back from injury, so I've been playing a bit of paddle and things all. Actually, I only played with her twice, Thursday last week and Sunday, because I did that whole like surprise.
Oh, how did that go?
Very well. We got there, and obviously she was quite oblivious to everything. So we got there, and then she saw like some of her friends, and she's like, "Oh, Mel and Chris are here," and she's like, "Hi." And
it's not abnormal because we all see our mates and paddle a lot.
yes, although technically it is a little abnormal because all of these people play at Red Flame normally. Okay. Secondly, the chances that everyone is there, unless it is a like you've always got like, for instance,
like Dan, that's ironic.
Yeah. You always have like the diehards that play all the time.
Yeah,
so
that
you see them. And then you have the ones that you generally just see when there's like a tournament or a league game or something.
When there's been communications that could happen. But tell me, where did you...
CDM.
Oh, so that's why it was weird as well, yeah.
So then she's like speaking to her friend. She's like, okay, well, we're going to play over there. See you guys. Maybe have some lunch afterwards. They're like, okay, cool.
They just played the part.
Yeah. Then she sees more friends. She's like, oh, so-and-so is also here. Oh, so-and-so is also here. Oh, Jesus, everyone here today. And then still didn't really click. And then she goes, yeah, it's like everyone's playing here today. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, did you know everyone's playing here today? And I was like, yeah. It's like, how did you know everyone's playing here?
And you're like, I organized.
And I was like, because they had to play with you. And then she was still like, what do you mean play with me? And I was like, everyone's we're gonna all play against you and blah 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 and so on. So that went down fairly well. So the surprise was a surprise to her.
Nice. It's nice when surprises go
well, yes. Although I do like to think I put a bit of thought into it to make sure I got my bases covered. So yeah,
knowing you now, like definitely you do your due diligence.
Yeah, like I've got my story planned, and that's why everyone was like, "Stop it! You didn't tell us what time to be here." I said, "You know what? I didn't tell you what time to be here on purpose because I said first things first. Now it puts everyone under time pressure.
Yeah.
And then, like, for instance, okay, so now you don't get here on time, then it spoils the surprise.
True.
I said, if you guys just arrive as you arrive, I said, I'm also playing on the fact that I actually think she'll just be like,
So let me understand this. Did you just book out the course
yes.
for a certain amount?
Yeah, so everyone knew we had to be there by 10:30.
Okay.
Normally what I would have done is say, because obviously we're going to have to get there a little bit before the time. I would say, we are going to be there at 10:45. Everyone must be there
Yes.
by 10:45. So when we walk in, surprise. But I knew some people at church in the morning and things like that. So I was like, you don't want to have half the people there surprise and then the other half come.
Okay.
So then I more went for the more natural approach.
Which actually disorientated them more because they were rocking up at different times. So it looks like this one's just here, this one's just
100%. So because and then not just, it also sort of then starts building a puzzle. So you go, okay, one person,
that build up.
two, you're like 3.
Yeah.
Is this a coincidence?
I probably would have acted like her as well. We'd probably also been like, oh, what are you guys doing at? Cool thing. And then the next one, and then I probably would have turned to you and be like, damn, everyone's here today.
Exactly. And I was hoping that it would be like a slow building puzzle where you're going, everyone, yeah.
Like, what's happening?
It's something happening, something. And then also, but then there's that point in your mind where you're like, is something happening? Or I don't want to now go and be like, did you supply, did you organize the surprise for me? No, sorry.
So then you had the course book from 10:30 to
12 o'clock.
Okay, nice.
So what we did is we just played. I randomly drew teams. So you play half an hour, regardless of what the points are. So you play a normal match. A lot of times we managed to finish our set within half an hour.
Okay.
But if you didn't finish the set within half an hour, like our first game, we didn't. We were 4-all and went into a golden point.
A golden.
So whoever won that golden point, then because the time had run out, so the half an hour had run out. So whoever won that golden point ended up winning the match.
We had 3 teams basically running, and then
So then basically you played
3 time slots. Sorry.
Yeah, you had 3. So there were 6 teams, but we only played 3 of the 6 teams because I randomly drew the.
Okay.
So then, for instance, so you play half an hour, then you play your next match, then you play your next match. So everyone played sort of like 3 different teams.
Nice.
You just didn't play all the teams because obviously we'd have to then have 6.
No, it's too long, yeah.
But anyway, so the long and the short, then we had some lunch there with everyone, and that was quite nice. So that was that. And then this week, nothing much. Yeah, played a bit of paddle. My sciatic nerve was giving me a bit of jip. But other than that,
mine was as well. And then I actually went to the gym. And then so I trained every day. And then the Thursday came. And you know, one of those days where you're just so lazy. You actually have no business being in a gym. But I got myself to the gym anyway.
Okay.
So now I'm in the gym. I'm like lethargic. I'm not in the mood for this. I'm like, if I go and try and do some training now, it's going to be so half-assed. So actually I did a little bit of abs, and then for 20 minutes, I actually stretched my body properly. I was rolling the whole time, whatever. God, I felt so much better the next 2 days. I was so glad that I took that time to not train that day and fuck myself up more, to actually focus on rolling and stretching and whatever. So roll.
I've been rolling on the ball, but I need to actually roll on the proper.
Get a foam roller.
Roller, because I think that will sort that out.
So good, and I didn't even get it like a hard one, because you don't have to kill it, you know. Soft roller, but like repetition. It works so much better.
Well, that's, as I say, that's a week.
Okay, so let's get into
the scenario.
Debating.
Okay.
So Lucian is going to tell us a scenario, and we're going to debate it, okay?
Yeah, well, you're going to just give me your opinion.
Okay, I'm just going to give my unsolicited opinion.
Yeah. So, well, technically it's solicited.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So I've got this friend, me and him stopped drinking roughly the same. Okay, so this friend, the other day we meet up and we're obviously discussing our sobriety and all of this. And somehow this friend says to me, yes, you used to drink to get like hammered. And I'm like, so did you. And the fact, like, this friend stopped drinking because the drinking was getting out of control. Okay, or the things were spiraling.
Okay.
And I was like, so you also drank to get drunk. He's like, no, you drank to get drunk. I drank because I liked the taste of it. So I'm like, I don't think you like it. I don't get me wrong. I do think you like the taste of it. I said, but I don't think you continue to drink because of the
because you crave the taste.
I said,
It's always the side effects.
exactly, but it remains adamant. No, it was the taste. So I'm saying, okay, now that you don't drink, you drink Coke. Yes. Okay, you like the taste of Coke. Okay, for all intents and purposes of the story, the drink of choice was Red Square.
Okay.
Okay, so the friend says he likes Red Square.
Which is a cider.
Yeah. It's technically called an alco pop.
What the fuck is that?
That's what they call things like Smirnoffs, Red Square.
It's like very.
Yeah, it's called an alco pop.
Oh my lord!
So you learn something new from the drinking master.
I never even knew that was a thing.
So yeah.
Okay.
Like a Red Square. Okay, so quite a sweet drink.
Very sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't touch it.
Well, I can touch them, but for maybe max 4, then they get a bit too sweet.
Yeah,
then I've got to change something. Anyway, so then what happens is, so this person liked Red Square. So I say, okay, but now you like Coke, am I right? I said, why are you not drinking 12 Cokes in a night? Because that's a bit sweet. And I'm going, and the Red Square wasn't sweet.
It was okay to have 12 red squares.
Yes. But as I said, because it is the case.
I'm curious, after you saying that sentence, did he not already, I would already from there admit defeat?
No. Because you know why? Because there's nobody more deaf than the person who doesn't want to hear. So anyway, but this is why I'm asking you, because maybe as I said. But anyway, the person then continues, no.
He's adamant now.
Yeah, no, I just like the taste. I never drank to get drunk. I like the taste. I said, okay. So then in the last 6 months, the period in which you had decided to stop drinking and you saw listen, I have to stop drinking. Were you just getting more thirsty? Because you weren't drinking to get drunk. So did your intake just increase because you got more thirsty? Or did your intake increase because
and it's not even a sugar thing. Because had he been like, okay, well, I'm giving up all sugar and Red Square's part of that, then you would have been like, oh, okay, that's maybe a different story, you know? But no, he just gave up the drinking.
100%. And the reason, as I said, this friend gave up the drinking is because there was things happening where leaving bars, not remembering, leaving, being ill, thinking somebody's spiked his drink, waking up.
So he would get proper gezeik.
Yeah, waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning with people in his house, the neighbors. So obviously got home.
Hey, give us a little bit of that.
Then I'm going to. So wakes up, the neighbors in the house, gets a scrick of note, and he's like, what the hell are you guys doing in my house? And they're like, because we walk past, because he stayed in the complex. We walk past your place at 3 in the morning, the front door standing wide open, the security gate is wide open. The TV is blaring. So we just decided to come and check if everything is okay, because it was sort of like people that he was friendly with.
Yeah.
Okay. And then obviously, because got home so stormed that
you obviously try to watch some TV.
Yeah, but also obviously, when you're that drunk and you're you literally just storm in. You're
like that Tasmanian.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said it like that.
Yeah. Because
it's all this drama and chaos. Make food, put the TV on, and then you sit down and go.
Yeah, and obviously you're not coming in going, okay, I'm still in a good frame of mind. Let's close the door. Let's lock up.
Yeah.
Let's keep the volume of the TV down to a certain level. That's
it's not feeling drunk and all of a sudden you're deaf. You're like,
yeah. Or you're like, I like this. Whatever's happening, I like it. And I like it. It must be loud. So anyway, so these were sort of things that were happening, car accidents, stuff like that made them
I mean, in my opinion, sounds like he was a little bit of an alcoholic.
Well, the point being is, once again, I don't think so much an alcoholic. Once again, I just think somebody drinking to cope with certain stresses in life, but also had no, like me, no off button. But the point being, so what I'm also going, and because I know this person was sort of going through a stressful period, I'm going, you are drinking to relieve the stress.
Yeah.
To make you less anxious and less stressed. So
suppressing that part,
yes,
by replacing it with food.
So there's no way that you're drinking not to get drunk. Because I'll give an example, like how this guy used to drink. You order a Red Square. You pour it in the glass with ice. You'll take 2 sips out of the red square. You'll call the waiter and order another red square along. And I'd be like, why are you ordering another red square? You still got a full glass. Like, it's going to be done soon. Another one comes, pours it. And this is how you would
Oh,
do.
it's like on a chain,
Yes, he was on like a chain. Like, and then the tequila's in between.
like a chain drinker.
Yeah. Then there's tequila's in between. So I'm going, nobody likes tequila.
Listen.
Yeah,
Fucking lie to
like
me and
it.
tell me you like to taste tequila.
And
And even if you're the bougiest bitch alive and you flipping, I don't know, drinking the Azul and all of that nice crap, it's still cuck.
100%.
It's tequila.
And the people actually enjoy drinking tequila. Don't drink shooters of it. They drink it in a glass.
That's my brother-in-law,
Yeah,
actually.
drink it
It's on the rocks.
So if you really liked it, you wouldn't
You wouldn't,
be fucking chugging it.
yeah.
So anyway,
He always says to me, if I go to a restaurant and I say, what tequila do you have? And they say gold or silver. Exactly. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Because that's usually when they give you a low budget something with gold or silver. Whereas he likes to see a menu of tequila and he likes to drink it on the rocks. So
yes.
that's his drink of choice. And also, like, alcoholism, I feel like people don't realize that there's very different stages of alcoholism,
Yeah.
you know? So, like, he'll have 2 or 3 of them on the rocks and then he's very much done for the day or for the night or whatever. That's something that I'm like, okay, you are a little bit, you have an acquired taste for this thing. Or
Yeah,
whatever. That's a different story. You know, if your friend knew how to have 1 or 2 red squares and was like, I just love the taste of those 1 or 2, you know, that's me with flying fish, you know. I can have 1 or 2 and be like, oh, I just love flying fish, you know, and then I can also be done with it though.
yes.
You know, I won't keep it going. So in terms of alcoholism, if you are someone that doesn't know how to actually stop drinking, even if it's that night, that's like a form of it.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
really is. Like if you have no off button and you go fucking full send every time, that is like a little bit of a, I don't know what the stages are, and I know that there's like a more in-depth thing about it, but he sounds like he had some little case of alcoholism.
Yeah, well, a drinking problem of
Yeah.
some sort. Because, but the thing is, for me, is like I say, like if you like something, like I like a Steelworks, okay, but I can't have 12 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I find them extremely refreshing. I like the taste of them, but I cannot have 12 of them.
And that was such a good point that you showed me when I wasn't drinking. That like literally I would go out the whole night. I'd have 2 passion fruit lemonades and a water, or like I would have multiple waters actually,
Yeah.
lots of water, but because it's keeping you hydrated and it's also this habitual thing of having something to
Yeah, sip
drink,
on it.
right? But you can't be drinking. I can't drink more than 2 passion fruit lemonades because I'm like it's fucking sweet.
Yeah, and
My bowls were cheaper because I didn't have 10 drinks on it, you know? And I wasn't drinking 10 or 5 drinks with dinners and drinks and whatever, because I'm just like, I can't take in this much of all this crap.
100%. I would buy red squares, Red Bulls, the sugar-free one, and take them to a braai. I'll buy 6. You either come home with 3
Yeah,
or 2 of them.
yeah.
So I can, in the whole day of being at a braai, I can only consume 4 Red Bull sugar-free.
Yeah.
Why? Because the taste gets sweet, and
Exactly.
then it's like I can't drink it anymore. And hence the fact, like this way,
The alcohol somewhat it awakens that this tastes like more.
yeah, and
You know?
it's because you're chasing the constant high. You know, like for instance, you're having such a good time, and then you start worrying, oh, I'm gonna start coming down. I better just have another one just to keep me on that level.
Mm.
But what you're not realizing is you're not staying on that level. You're climbing.
Yeah.
You're climbing. You're climbing. And like this is the thing. Like with this friend, we would go and have a draw together, and he'd say to me, "What time did you leave last night?" And then I'm like, "We left together." And he's like, "No, but didn't you?" Then I'm like, "No." And he's like, "And so and so, what time did they leave?" I said, "They left before you." And then, but then I'm going, so that shows you like that they are drunk.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll say, which route did you take home? I can't tell you. Then I'm like, okay, so you were drunk.
Yeah.
You know, you
hammered.
you were not just like tipsy or a little bit. So my point being is that you got into that stage of purely liking the taste of alcohol. So
No,
you know, so then obviously now I'm obviously, you know me, when I believe you are arguing even though you know you are wrong,
Mm.
it like actually winds me up
Oh yeah.
because I'm like, you know what, you don't want to say the true answer
Mm.
because it'll fuck up your argument. But you don't want to
Yes.
admit that, oh shit, I did actually.
I can't. I mean, I've had a red square. They are like nice and sweet, whatever. You know, if you have like one with ice and you're on a boat and it's sunny and whatever it is, like it's a nice little thing. But I can't imagine that there's any drink that somebody likes that much for the taste.
100%.
I'm just like, I know, I am a drinker, you know, things like that. I love my flying fish, things like that. But I can't say that I'm obsessed with the taste of it, you know, like that I like it more than a passion fruit and lemonade
Not just that, just the
or
thing.
whatever else is.
Here's the thing. I do believe that everyone drinks something they like. Nobody drinks something they don't like.
Yes,
You know what I'm
100%,
saying?
yeah.
So when you
Yes, but you'll see how people are like, I can't touch whiskey. Or I don't drink gin. I hate gin. It's disgusting to me. So I will never be drinking it.
100%.
Mm.
So, but when you start coming into the alcohol world, you test things. Okay, let's try Hunter's Dry. Yeah, not bad. This
So it's
flying
not
fish.
era, yeah.
Flying fish. Okay, this is my drink. This is my thing. I like the taste of it. But you aren't sitting there saying, you know what, I cannot fucking wait to have a taste of flying fish.
No.
You know, like an ice cream or like a chocolate.
Mm.
You're not sitting there going, yes, you know, or
No, or like, you know, like even during your work day, like you'll go downstairs and like in our house, we always have cranberry, orange juice, like, you know, those like liquid fruit.
Yeah,
We always have those. I'll go downstairs and be like, I could really do it like a glass of orange juice or milk or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll never go down and be like, I could do it like a glass of flying
flying
fish.
fish.
Never. But as soon as I'm with my mates and it's nut time or whatever,
And you want to have
it's
a
like
good
no,
time.
subconsciously what comes with that taste. You
100%.
associate that taste with what's that good, nice, chill feeling that you're gonna have.
100%. And this is where I was like, so yeah. So anyway, so there's the long and the short of this.
He's associated that feeling with the taste.
Yes.
That's why he thinks it's the taste that he's after. Meanwhile, it's just that those two are associated with each
Yeah.
other. They're in
And
the subconscious.
yes. And the thing is, if
It's
you,
like
if you,
coke addicts. Don't tell me you enjoy actually sharpening something you don't.
because
Nobody likes putting them on.
no, I've never done it. So I wouldn't.
I'm like, I have like a phobia of putting things up my nose. Like I've never taken a nasal spray either. And when I like, you know, when I was younger, if someone tried to give it to me, I'd like freak the fuck out. Like I can't do things in my nose. Like, I know. So I don't know. If I was a drug taker, it'd have to be through other means, but I'm not putting shit up my nose.
Okay.
But yes, that's that same premise. Like,
So as I said, I've never taken coke, but I cannot imagine that it smells, tastes, feels nice. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
it's the
I
that it's
don't
what you
don't think it's like a shot of caramel vodka where you know you have the shot and you're like, oh, I like that taste. It tastes like a
I
roller.
don't think someone's saying they're going like if you ask any person who takes coke, would they do it if there was none of the high with it?
Yeah.
No one's gonna be like, oh, I enjoy it
Yeah.
harder up my nose
Yeah.
or nothing.
Sherbet.
Saying,
It's like sherbet.
yeah. If anything, you can see a lot of these actors and actresses, like they all go on about how they get nose infections and this and that, what was fake cocaine from acting or whatever. So, no, I'm 100% in disagreement with your friend. I think he doesn't realize that his subconscious is associated with the taste of it, and that's why he thinks that the taste is a thing. It's the same way every time it's hot outside and I'm at the bowl, I'm like, oh, our hunters or flying fish would just go down.
Yeah.
But it's also because like when I'm on that boat, the sun hits me, the flying fish has made me fucking calm, and like it's that whole feeling that you're after, not just
The taste.
the taste. Yeah.
100%. No, so anyway, so I
Your
think,
friend's the Lulu.
okay, so, no, because obviously,
His friend that they're watching.
yeah. So, well, I don't know if the film will watch it, but the long and the short thereof is, as I said, so I learned two things. Firstly, I have to stop, like, because, yeah, we're getting into a heated debate about this. And then at the end of the time, I'm going, does it really matter?
Getting this well
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Like, does this really matter? If you want to be delusional and believe what you want to believe, then I should leave you. But the thing is, I have this inherited need to be right.
So I was going to say, I think with you, there's a few things in it. I don't think it's just also that you want to be right, which that is the one thing. So I think with you, it's that you want to be right. And then the other thing is also that sometimes we're just in disbelief that the person in front of us is not realizing. And so you trying harder to like, you're like, it's not clocking to you.
Yeah, let me try and explain it a different way.
At this angle, let me try. And then because I get the same. And then sometimes I'll look at the person and be like, are you fucking joking me? Are you not?
Are you not understanding that are coming out of my mouth?
Like, bro, are you there? Like, so I think it's also that sheer like disbelief from you of like, why is this person not comprehending what I'm saying? Maybe go back to him and tell him like it's association. You are addicted to the association.
Well,
Very much what it is.
I tell you what, I think you also hit the nail on the head. I think it is that, like, I'm like, you're shitting me.
Yeah.
Are you
And
kidding?
that awakens your frustration not only on the fact to be right, but then it also it awakens your frustration for dumb people. Like, you're like, I can't stand when people are being stupid.
Yes.
And then it awakens that frustration in me when I'm like, can you just wake up? Like, can you just
And the thing is, like with this friend of mine, I don't believe that it's that he doesn't understand. I just believe that he does not want to admit that he's wrong.
Oh yeah.
So he will argue.
Wants to be right.
He will argue a point with no facts, or where the facts are pointing to one thing, but you will continue down this path because that'll fuck up his narrative.
So wild.
And to me, don't get me wrong.
It's so admit defeat thing.
Yeah. You see, it's like, don't get me wrong. I'm not just somebody that will also argue a point till it's on the rims.
Oh yeah, me too. I love a good debate.
But when you present me with facts, I have to. That's why I'm such a factual person. Where I think when I say this, like I'll give you an example, like in the past, where I always tell people, I can't deal with feelings. Okay, I need facts.
Yeah.
So you cannot come to me and say, I feel like you're having an affair. Then I'm like, okay, cool. Give me
Where are the
like, well, what is making you feel like that? Did you see a message on my phone?
What has triggered this? What is the fact that has actually got you to go?
And for instance, you keep walking off with your phone or when you're on your phone. Okay, cool. But once again, that's still not a fact. It's an assumption. But no, 100%. I'm cool. And then I'm like, right, next time that happens or whatever, come to me and I will show you directly after who the phone call is about.
Being such a factual person, what you need to learn how to do is that sometimes feelings can be reciprocated with fact.
Yes.
So, for instance, your partner should be able to come to you and say, you know, whatever, Lucy, I feel like you're cheating on me because of the fact that you're always secretive with your phone, blah, blah, blah. You can present the fact there.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, actually, it's this. So that is a difficult one.
No, for sure. But what I'm getting at is, just because, like, for instance, I'll give you an example. I'll be sitting somewhere like, I don't want to be sitting on my phone at the table while you are sitting talking to other people.
Yes.
Because firstly, I can't hear properly. Secondly, I'm sort of also now there's just two different conversations and it like starts getting this across, and then like eventually like, Jesus, can you just like oh, because fuck, I can hardly hear this person.
I'm one of those people, right? So oh god. So Adriano, who I'm seeing, he's got ADHD.
Okay.
And he can handle like a million different sounds at once. His brain is so used to it. And his brain is so used to doing 50 million things at once that it doesn't trigger him at all. So he will literally be on the phone in his car on loudspeaker while I'm having a conversation with someone else, and while he hasn't put his seatbelt on, it's going fucking and he's like perfectly fine, and then the dog is barking or whatever, and he's chilled as a cucumber. And then I'm like, and I just get so overstimulated, and then I'm like, dude, you took the seatbelt off. I get so overstimulated, or when people are talking at the same time, I get overstimulated. It's like, I don't know why. So then when someone answers the phone next to me, I'm like, it's portable.
Yes.
Take it there.
100%.
Take it there. But what I will do is I will look at my phone and be like, oh, my mom's calling me. I'm going to go take it.
Yes.
You know, I'll offer that security.
And you see, I do it afterwards. So I'll walk away and go, like yesterday, for instance, we were at one of Nicola's friends, her daughter had a matric farewell.
Okay.
So they do this pre-drinks ahead of time. So a friend of mine phoned to ask me if we want to come for lunch today, Nicola and myself. So we already having lunch with her parent, her mom. So anyway, so I then, obviously she was sitting talking. So I was like, but the thing is, initially I go, other Toma, and then I'll get up and so I'm like, okay, you can hear that I'm talking to a friend. But anyway, regardless, so I go and I'll let you just walk you there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to come eavesdrop, you could probably still hear me.
More so that I don't speak over you and that I can hear.
Yes, 100%. And then I'm like, I blah, 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 this and that. And then I come in and I say, there was Jacques wanting to know if we want to come for lunch tomorrow or whatever the case may be. So anyway,
little things like that matter, you know.
Yeah, and trust me, I'm the first person. Like, if you are feeling insecure about something, say to me, when you put your phone upside down, that makes me feel insecure. My phone will never go upside down again. I'll be like, cool.
Oh, which I
upside
see is like such a thing. I always say to my sister and her husband, like, why are your guys' fucking phones always upside down? And they're like, because these damn iPhones are making the cameras bigger and bigger and bigger. And every single time they put it this way, they're like scratching cameras and stuff. So they always put their phone this way.
Okay, so for me,
So I'm like, all right, you guys had a very logical explanation to this.
yeah, so for me, like occasionally I will turn it upside down so that it's almost like a case of I don't want to see it.
Switching off.
Yeah, I don't want to see it because now something comes up. The first thing that I do is like,
Yeah. So
and then if it's something that I see, then I'm like, okay, let
so
me.
you're like, if I do this right and it's on silence, I don't see what's coming through this. So I'm giving you my undivided
That's
attention.
it. But
now it's associated with
Yeah.
insecurity.
but once again, if you're telling me that like sort of just like a bot,
Irks me.
then I'm like, you know what? Cool.
Cool.
It does not cause me any distress to do that for you. And if it's gonna make you feel better, and if you feel better, you're not gonna give me shit, then I'm actually helping myself here.
You know,
I'm helping myself.
I think like the two things. Going back to your friend for alcohol, the whole alcohol thing, whatever. I actually did read a thing that apparently like the alcohol industry has taken a huge knock in the last like 3 to 5 years. Firstly, Gen Zs do not drink the way we did.
Mm-mm.
They don't drink like millennials. They do not care for it. You know, I have a 20-year-old sister.
Same 25-year-old brother.
I think maybe I see her drink 4 times a year, if that. Her friends don't need it. They're very like high on life, if you will, the
Yes.
spoiled brats.
Yes.
So I have heard that like they're trying to figure out like what should they do. That's why a lot of these brands have come up with a lot of this non-alcoholic crap. But if you were never into beer or a drinker in the first place, a non-alcoholic beer is going to mean nothing to you as well.
100%.
You know, that's those non-alcoholic ones are more for people like us. When you
Yes.
stop drinking, but be like, the taste
Yes.
here and there. Your friend can do that. There's non-alcoholic
The Red Squares.
red squares. Yeah.
Funnily enough, I went to go buy one last week to test if it was don't taste nothing like the real deal. It's called a
non-alcoholic wine.
it's called a
I would assume it just tastes like Red Bull or Dragon or something.
it's a funny thing. I would also assume it only tastes like Red Bull, but it doesn't even really taste
Doesn't
like
even
Red Bull.
remotely.
No, so that because obviously the reason because somebody
But you
made
get like the different colors or whatever.
it's a
What's
different
the
red. It's like a
Oh, yeah.
and it's called
Isn't it like an energy drink? I think they advertise it now as like.
yeah, it is like energy. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, it's non-alcoholic Red Square.
So I can't stand energy drinks.
Okay.
I cannot touch them. Hate them. Firstly, I can't do caffeine because I'll have the jitters and the shakes and everything.
You see, I like energy drinks. It's called a reload.
Oh yeah,
A reload.
a reload.
Okay. I like an energy drink. I like the taste of Red Bull, especially. So I drink a lot of Red Bull. I'm obviously trying to stick to the sugar-free one rather than anything else.
Yeah, that lively one.
Just because, and also I like the big can.
Oh no.
And so, but yeah, like as I say, like with this thing, so obviously because I also used to like Red Square, I thought, just it would be lucky if I could find something that tastes just like the Red Square. Not that in one hand, I'm probably not gonna have 10 of them like I used.
No, you wouldn't.
But at least if I do feel like being social with everyone, I can be like, it's like now I drink the Savannah non-alcoholic.
Okay.
But it still tastes like a Savannah.
It does.
You have just no alcohol to it.
Yeah.
So then it's like worked
And
out for
sometimes
me.
you still get that like a refreshing feel, that feeling of being out with the mates and having a drink.
And the other thing which I find now is you still get a bottle drink that you just pop the lid off and you can drink. Where like what I'm sort of drinking now when I go to a bar is I drink Steelworks. So I come with my cola tonic, my ginger beer, my soda water.
Oh, admin.
Yeah, so it's like, and you got to mix it
No, that's admin.
together. So then I'm like, okay, I'm not with
Some
my.
this version, grab a 6-pack.
That's it. Go to the shop, and once again, I got the Coke. It's like the whole bottle of Coke, and then
I can't drink Coca-Cola. It's like it's.
oh, I love Coke. I won't lie to you. But then again, since I stopped drinking, like my sugar craving has gotten worse. So it's like you always have
Because you're not feeding it with the booze.
booze.
Adriana's the same. This man can drink so much Coke, so much like Monster, Dragon, whatever. I just like I don't know how he does it.
Well, I don't know. I just find that nothing is as refreshing as Coke. Like when you've come off of the paddle courts or something. Like that's what I've been doing recently. I buy like one.
Do you drink the Coca-Cola or the Coke Zero?
Coke. but full fat,
Ah, yeah.
full fat.
Perfect.
Yeah, because I hate that aftertaste of the sweetness.
Oh, I bet it's xylitol.
Yeah,
It like
'cause
makes me.
yeah, because it like lingers on your tongue.
Yes, it
That's
does.
the part that I hate.
So I can do
Take the
Coke
taste.
Zero,
Yes.
but like only there's like certain things in my life that I'm like, this needs a Coke. And it's like pizza, popcorn,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say KFC.
Okay.
Like those three things, I'm like, this is
Coke.
this is an event for Coke.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a red wine with a red meat.
Yes, yeah. Like those three things, I'm like, gotta have Coke with that. It's just non-negotiable.
Okay.
It's nothing better than putting like a fistful of popcorn in your mouth than having Coke with it.
Wash it up. Funny enough, I used to drink a lot of Grandpa. Now, there's nothing that tastes better with a Grandpa than a Coke. I don't know. I don't know. Like if I gotta wash it down with something, it's Coke.
Oh my God.
And the two combined just do something. But do yourself a favor. One day take a Grandpa and Coke with it and just see what it does.
So that's not like it's the sachet one.
Yeah, starter.
I don't think I've actually ever in my life taken a Grandpa.
You'll
Know that.
stay away from it.
Really? I have heard that they're addictive.
They
Addicted to it.
yeah, so I'll give you the rundown of what I've heard about. But so the thing is, I just find that it really does work. Like if you got pain, like even if you got like a sore leg or something, you take Grandpa, like I put DP on, I put an ice pack on, I put like a warm water bottle, nothing takes the pain away. Take a Grandpa. By the time I walk back from the kitchen to the bedroom,
I think if I have some like knee pain or whatever, then
I promise you, my grandmother used to always drink it, and I always used to associate it with being a headache or a headache.
that's what I thought.
And then I'd say to my grandmother, and she's like, "Nah, my knees are sore." So then I was like, "Ma, it's a headache tablet. It's not gonna help on the knees." And she's like, "Ah, whatever. You don't know your story." And then obviously I used to.
Don't they even advertise it as a headache tablet?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it is. Because it actually says headache powder.
Yes.
So, but like I suffer from acid reflux, and my throat gets quite like sore.
Yeah.
So I used to go through strepsils and strepsils and strepsils, but I take 1 Grandpa and it like cures my sore throat for like 6 hours. So
Interesting.
now the thing is, there's aspirin and things in the Grandpa.
Yes.
Now your body becomes addicted to the aspirin.
Mm.
So what then happens is, like a form of withdrawal, is you start developing a headache.
Oh,
And
fuck.
hence the fact you then end up having another.
Oh, no. It's a
Grandpa.
vicious circle.
Yeah. So that is why because like I used to find that I have a headache every day. And then if you maybe stick it out for like 2 days or 3 days,
It'll subside.
then it goes away. It's the same as with nasal spray. Like I'll get into like a cold and then I'll start using nasal spray. Then I start just finding that my nose is always blocked. But if I actually stop using the nasal spray for like 3 days, my nose unblocked by itself and then I never have a problem.
I've never used nasal spray.
So, yeah, as you mentioned, yeah. But just shows you how the pharmaceutical companies keep us hooked on their drugs.
It's actually crazy. I luckily do not take any.
Okay.
Like, if I have a little bit of a headache, I can take like a Panado and I'm fine. I don't really take any.
Yeah.
tablets
So
or that.
your tolerance.
Yeah, it's bad. It took a while for me to get my tolerance back. So I've never had like a high tolerance to pain medication ever. I had my first headache ever in my life, like at like 18. I'd never had a headache before. I never experienced it. When I got it, I swear to God, I thought I was going to die. So
Okay.
it's my son, you go to the hospital. It's so bad. You know, she was like, you probably just have a little bit of a migraine. And I was like, I don't get headaches. I honestly, my whole schooling life, never gotten headaches. It was crazy.
Well, obviously something in your life.
Yeah. But then I had jaw surgery in
Okay.
2021. And with that, obviously, comes a lot of pain medication because you're just in so much fucking pain.
I can imagine.
So what was happening is I would take the medication every morning, afternoon, night. And I can't even remember like 2 weeks of my life, to be honest, because literally that's what it was. Like I'd wake up in the morning, take the tablets, and then it would knock me out. And I was taking strong stuff like Adcodol and all of that stuff. Then it would knock me out for like 6 hours. Then my family member or my boyfriend at the time, he would wake me up just so that I can
Taking
take more meds.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, yeah. So then I built up quite a tolerance to the Adcodol because I've been taking it now for like 2 months. So then when I did get a headache again, and I took like a Marfadol or Panado or whatever, I was like, this is flipping shit. I got to take like 2 or 3. And I hated that. So then literally for like 6 months, if I got any headaches, weekends, I'd write it off. I would just write it off. And then that's how my tolerance went back down. I'm very happy about it.
because that's my problem. I cannot take stuff like Panado. I mean, in one day, I was in the UK. I took 14 Panados and nothing. That's nothing.
That is wild.
Obviously not all 14 at once. So I got off the plane, I had a headache.
That's pressure headache.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Then we obviously went into town to like I have breakfast and do stuff, but my bag was at home with my like more stronger headache tablets. Anyway, so went in town, went into like Roots, which is like a big,
Yeah, it kicks, yeah.
and I bought paracetamol. It wasn't Panado as per se, so I bought a pack of 14 paracetamol. Obviously, go take 2 as in I get the pack, take 2, now we're having breakfast. After breakfast, still got a headache. So I'm like, okay, take another 2. Because remember, the breakfast, we're not just eating and leaving. We're sitting, we're eating. That's about an hour and a half. So take another 2. Then we go to the next pub. Yes, after a while, I'm like, okay, take 2 more. By the time we got home at 7 o'clock that evening, I'd taken all
The pack was
14.
done.
The pack was done. And I still had the headache.
I think what's important is you have to recognize what headache you have.
Yes.
So, for instance, because of my jaw issues, I get a lot of like tension. So, when I went for the update, it said to me it's a very 50-50 chance that it's going to work or not.
Okay.
And in my first month post, like or whatever, they'd already said to me that the right side was unsuccessful. So, like, even right now, I can feel it. It's the way I live my life. But what happens is I get a lot of tension here, and I have like this stuff up nerve in my neck. So a lot of the headaches actually come from like all around here. If I take a Compol, Panado, all that stuff, it means nothing to me because it's a tension headache now. So it's more of a muscular thing.
Okay, so you need like a muscle relaxant.
If I take a Cataflam,
Boom.
done. I don't actually need a headache tablet. I need something that's going to calm the muscle so that my head stops pounding from it. So it's about also recognizing what the headache is. Like yours was very much a pressure headache. So a paracetamol was going to do fuck all for that because the pressure is what needed to be relieved. So it was like, that's like when they'll say, lay on your bed upside down for 20 minutes, relieve the pressure differently or whatever, you know, things like that. So it's about recognizing what the headache is, where is it coming from, so that you know what tablet to take.
Yeah.
And that's what I've noticed. People just fucking Advil for everything. Advil. And like, these things are strong.
They are.
You're not supposed to just be drinking them like that. You must recognize what the headache is. Do you need an anti-inflammatory? Do you need a paracetamol? Do you need an aspirin? Do you need to thin your blood? Like, what is it that you actually need here? Don't just pop the shit.
Because I can knock an Actinol. Like, I can do 2 and still fly above me.
I can take half of one.
And you find it makes you a bit drowsy?
Yes. I was visiting my sister once. She lives in Fourways, and we obviously live this side. So in perspective, that's like 30 kilometers, right? So 32 kilometers. As I was leaving her house, I said to her, please can you give me something? At this time, I didn't know what Actinol was. It was pre jaw. Yeah. She gave me 2 Actinols because that's the way she lives her life.
Yeah.
I had to stop 2 off-ramps later because it's where my uncle lives. And I had to phone my mom and say, I can't stay awake behind the wheel. I couldn't stay awake. 30 kilometers, I couldn't. I phoned my mom, you know, thinking it's on last week, whatever. And eventually I said to her, you know what, I'm actually going to go stop at my uncle. And I said, because I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it home. And obviously I'm a girl alone. I'm not going to just sit in my car.
Yeah.
Drove to my uncle because he was that off-ramp and he's right by the off-ramp.
Okay.
And eventually I said to him, I need to lay down for a little bit and Jeff, I can drag me.
Yeah.
So I'm a little better when it comes to tablets.
No. Well, it's all about tolerance. Like Nicola has an extremely high tolerance for things.
Because she's had a lot of injuries.
Yeah. So
Adriano's the same. He can take like 4 Marcadols and still live his life, and that'll be nothing for him actually. But it's because same as Nicola, they've broken bones and they always got something because they're so athletic.
Yeah. I promise you, her tolerance for everything. Even when she used to drink alcohol. Like she could drink quite a bit, and I would look at her and be like, she looks okay. No, she looks okay. And then that's the next day, I'll be like, were you drunk? And then she'd be like, yeah. And I was like, you didn't look drunk to me.
Yeah.
But, you know, like...
Is she still not drinking?
Still not drinking, yeah. She's now just gone 3 months.
Well done, Nicola.
Yeah, so
a lot of you.
Yeah, no, it's going well, and I think she's sort of seeing the benefits. Well, more than anything, I just think, especially from a relationship perspective, I think the benefits are there.
Yeah.
We let prone to have arguments. You know, like that's how I view it. Like the drinking, I could start drinking tomorrow, maybe, but then I go to myself, is this drinking going to be good for my relationship, or is there a chance that it could be bad for the relationship? Now, I can tell you without any certainty, it definitely won't be good for the relationship.
No.
Okay, it might not do anything in the relationship.
It could just be a neutral, yeah.
Neutral. But it sure as hell is not going to improve our relationship, if that makes sense. But the possibility is there that it could make the relationship worse or could bring problems to the relationship. So from that perspective, I'm going, why would I even risk?
Yeah, no, I get
Why am I gonna gamble with my relationship to have a drink? And the one thing, the more I've stopped drinking, the more things that I've learned is I'm going, alcohol adds no value to my life. Like I'm like
so wild.
I'm literally just realizing that all the things that you thought added value, like, oh, you're a bit more chilled around people and all of that, and I'm going, those were not really value added. Like it's not.
You realize that you have gotten absolutely everything still. You've gotten the chill times, the bras, the this, that you have still achieved all of it, the friend time, everything without the drinking.
100%. And when I look back at it, I only see negatives. Like even in times when I used to drink, where nothing bad happened. Like, you know, not like where you've had a bender and there was something that I just realized. I go, that day, if anything, I was gaining weight. So, you know, like, okay,
The weight thing.
so we didn't, nobody had a fight. There wasn't an issue. There wasn't nothing.
I'm just getting fat.
I'm just getting fat. And I'm wondering why I'm just picking up weight all the time. But it's because I'm drinking. Secondly, I still wake up like the next day not feeling particularly energetic or whatever. So
It's a serotonin and robber. Yeah.
and then once again, when I'm in that state, then I eat junk food. So then it's once again,
You want to replenish the energy, so you're hitting KFC or Burger King, so it's contributing to you getting even fatter.
100%. And do you feel like going for a walk or anything when you're in that mood? No. I want to fucking stay at home and veg on the couch all day.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like things like it's like, and then there's other times when I just go like when people are getting drunk and they may be like oversharing some of their personal stuff, and I'm like, you know, there's a negative about that.
I must say, I don't think I'm gonna be a long drinker. I don't think that's how my life will go. But I do. So first, even like podcasting has been so great for me because it does make me consume so much less on a Saturday.
Okay.
It makes me so mindful of the fact that I have to wake up in the morning, I got shit to do or whatever. The other thing is dating Adriano has also been one of the contributors to. Well, I started the journey already before. No more irrelevant. So every time I've seen my girls now during the day or anything like that, there's been no wine, nothing involved. Really, it's just been like with my iced tea, you know. Because like I really wanted to stop that irrelevant drinking, and we've done that now, which has been great. So that's been already since before I went to Ireland. I stopped that shit. I'm like, I'm just having a casual dinner with you on a Wednesday. No one needs alcohol. Nothing needs to be involved here in terms of alcohol. But I do still enjoy that, like once in a while when Adriano's not training or this or that, like him and I will go a little bit of a bender together.
Yes.
You know, and like when we went after his racing, everything like that.
Okay.
You can put it there. Is it still on the same?
Let me just check it. Yeah. Okay.
It's okay.
Cool. So anyway, you were saying about the Adriano.
For a second, sorry. Let me continue.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is that once in a while, then because of his riding and constantly having to be so fit, the drinking is at such a minimal that like once in a while we don't mind going like, do you want to go a little bit balls to the wall today, you know? And then we do, and then for the next couple of weekends, you're just so disciplined, so good, back at gym, da da da. So I don't mind that part that we have. And then we just and we dance and we this, that, and then we're just back to normal. So I don't mind. I would like to stick to that sort of a structure. Next year he's got double the amount going on than what he's got now. So it's kind of like next year it looks like he'll only be able to be drinking like every 3 months, you know?
Okay.
So it's like, and then if he's completely sober, then I feel better drinking because I'm like, well, it's not going to be enjoyable for you not drunk.
Because once again, you get drunk and he's not on your levels. Then it's like, there's, even though from both sides, there's like, okay, we're not on the same level. And like, even with him, you like I'm in this like space now where I'm like ready to like maybe start dancing, chilling, having a like a time. we're sober. You're like, look,
No,
guys.
you're like, I might be ready to go home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what I do like about both of us is we're very in control drinkers. Like he knows how to have one beer and then for the rest of the night feel water and you say, cool, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
So I do like that about both of us. I can also I can have a glass or two of wine and be like, cool, I'm ready for the night to be over.
Yes.
So that's what I'm really happy that we've achieved. Irrelevant drinking has gone out the window and it's literally just once in a while if we want to go balls to the walls with each other and then after that we're back to being disciplined.
Control drinking, yeah.
Yeah, so, well, not even drinking.
Yeah. Oh, well, once again, like, I'll never tell anyone you should stop drinking or whatever. Like for me, the biggest thing for me is just, the longer I've not done it, as I said to you, the more I'm like,
realizing the benefit.
Yeah, I'm just going like, it added no value to my life.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing that I could say that I could go, that was like a positive 100%. Like that's whether it be a health benefit, whether it be a social benefit, because once again, we could say, yeah, it gave me a bit more confidence. I go, to a certain extent, because for maybe your first 2 beers gave you more confidence. Then
you really need the rest.
Yeah, but then you start drinking more. Now you start with stupid behavior.
Yeah.
Okay, so once again, it gave you that confidence, but then that confidence goes into worse behavior.
I was gonna say is that I'm not a very I've always told you I'm a very rule.
Yeah, follower, yes.
Yeah, I am. I'm like rules are there for a reason. I'm a very indoor cat, like I like to say it's Adriano. So there's a lot of things that I've had epic nights where, and let's say like rather in my 20s or early 20s, where I can't say that maybe if I didn't have a little bit of liquid coach that I would have actually embarked on a night like that.
Yes.
So there are some aspects where I'm like, when I was drinking with like my mates in my 20s, and there's a lot of those stories that we had such a good time and it was a lot of fun that I don't think a lot of those things would have happened had I not had the liquid courage. So it's kind of like bittersweet there. And now in my 30s, I'm like, you don't need to be behaving like that anymore. So leave it in your 20s.
No, for sure. And like I look at some of the times we went out and yes, we had good times. But then within those good times, occasionally we'd have punch-ups between friends and stuff. And I'm going, yes, the punch-up.
Emotions are high.
Yeah. The punch-up didn't take away from the evening. But the next day we sat with 2 people that weren't talking to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We still had a lack of time the night before.
Yeah.
But the alcohol got us to that point. Or let's say, for instance, we had a hell of a time, and then somebody gets into an accident. Then you're like, okay, everyone survived the accident. They fine. But now somebody's not got a car. People are in hospital.
That person's probably feeling like shit.
Yeah. It's like all those things, but once again, as I said, I'll never tell anyone not to drink. It's just from my life perspective. I've now gone into a point where I'm going, it's not adding value to my life. So why would I consciously choose to do this again?
100%. It's like me with the vaping. I'm like, every time I look back on it, I'm like, I can't figure out one fucking positive.
There is none. There's really none.
Vaping. I'm just like, but I'm the same as you. In the sense that I don't go to other people and say, stop vaping, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Maybe once in a while, I'll tell a friend, like, shut up, but you're touching that thing proper, Like, for the most part, I'm like, you do you, boo.
Yeah.
Like, you're not.
The only slight positive that I can say is that it tastes nice. But the problem being is, once again, it tastes nice, but it's busy fucking up your lungs.
Oh my God, no. I can't believe the tight feeling I had in my chest always and how normal I thought that was. Like it's me now it's like a year now that I'm not vaping, and also I'm quite fit now. Like now I can actually run a lot and things like that. And I'm like, this is what my chest is supposed to feel like. And even this, I'm like, I could probably get better and better. I can't believe how tight my chest was a year ago and how normal I thought that was. It's incredible to me.
Yeah, you see, so therein lies the adult once again. So like for you now, there's no positive in any way that if somebody said, Georgie, do you want to puff yet? You'd be like,
no. I was actually looking at my friends the other day. I was like holding it in my hand like this, whatever. And I was like, oh, this is a really cool one that they made. It's involved whatever. I smelled it a bit and, she was like, are you going to try it? I was like, hell no. I put it down and I was like, no. I don't even
go down that.
I don't even have the
craving.
The craving to do it, like, or the curiosity to do it. I was like, no.
You see, like that's like sort of like with Nicola. Nicola is sometimes cravings.
The vape.
No, she's still late. Nicholas
No, the
craving
booze.
the booze, yeah. Like she'll be like, "Oh, I really feel like that now," or whatever. Where I never have that.
Craving.
Yeah, no. Like for me,
You're completely put off of it the way I'm put off the
Yeah.
vape. I still associate my vape with the PTSD actually. As soon as I smell-ters and like even the thoughts of taking one pull, it brought me back to my tight chest, literally into like that day in hospital. And I was just like, oh no, I don't want that in my life.
100%. Like to me, it literally, in a way, I just associate nothing but bad with the alcohol. Even though there were a lot of good times as well, I just go like the bad times.
I'm very thankful
feel
for that feeling.
yeah, the bad times sort of outweighs the good times for me. I'm like, when it was good, it was like that, but when it was bad, it was bad.
It was shit. Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I don't need that in my life. I don't want it. I don't look at the drink and go, you are going to make me have a good time.
No, I'm so happy to have had that fear installed in me now with the vape.
Yeah.
Like I'm so happy it gives me that PTSD because
Makes it
it honestly, it just made it so much easier. I can't I see my friends who are trying to stop. Like I have a friend, she tries to stop. She's like voice letting me every day, like, oh, she's like, I got the jitters. I'm like, I'm fucking cranky. I'm this and that. She just wants to vape. And I was so happy that I didn't have that. That mine was like, I was like, well, nothing like a health stay. Because from that day, I was just like, ugh. I was so put off of it emotionally as well. Never wanted to go back.
100%.
And the best, sorry to cut you off, the traveling. I remember before traveling, when I went to Europe 2 years ago and I was vaping, I bought 5 of those, like 5,000 pools and packed them in my luggage. I was like, just in case, one vape per week because I was there for a month. And then now when I was traveling or whatever I do or wherever I go, I don't have this thing of like, oh, fuck, I forgot to buy a vape. And I remember if my vape died, I didn't want to be there for the rest of the night. I'd want to go home because I'm like, oh, I don't have my vape with my whatever. How bad is that?
Yeah. No,
It's terrible.
but that's how I'm saying, like things like that is where I'm just like, I don't need that. I don't need that feeling. And also once again, as I said to you, I just look at the negative sides of it and I just go, not even worth the rest.
Not even worth picking it up again and trying.
It's not even worth it. It was like, as I said to you, especially when it comes to my relationship, it's like, am I going to risk my relationship to have a drink?
100%.
And what is that drink going to give me that is worth? Because once again, like sometimes you can drink together, everything's fine. But it's
not always guaranteed.
No, and like this is the other thing that I think happens through time when you're in a relationship. Through time in a relationship, unless you're very good at communicating, you start building up forms of resentment against each other. Like where I feel like you're doing something, like you leave your shoes at the door all the time. And I'm like, can you please pick up your shoes? And you don't do it, and you don't do it, and you don't do it. Or I don't say something and I just leave it and it agitates me. Now I'm building it up. I'm not telling you, I'm not telling you that this is causing me stress. Then what happens is through time, and then one day I'll snap about it. But it's because and you're like, but you never told me that this bothers you.
Yeah.
So
How does I know?
Now suddenly you fucking blowing your top badly. And if you maybe just focus me, we're going to sort this out.
Yeah.
But anyway, so now this happens. Now you start building these little bit of resentments to each other.
Then you drink.
And you drink.
Oh,
and now you're like, this motherfucker that never picks up his fucking shoes. And then you're like, yeah, it's only what you want.
Oh yeah, then you start saying all the kind of
Exactly.
You're like, what's wrong with you?
But it all stems from those little things that you never dealt with. And like, because I watched that Mel Robbins and she says,
yes,
the biggest problem is people don't say what bothers them. They'll be like, listen,
I'm not
very
vocal about that.
Can you do? But then also there always is a downside to that as well, because then it makes it 10 times worse when somebody doesn't do.
Because I've told you that this irks me. Anyways, on that topic, let me ask you actually. So I joked with Adriano in the car and I said to him, "Oh, this is going to be our Everest." I was like, "This is going to be our continuous fight in this relationship. Like we haven't fought yet, but like I was just joking around and I was like, oh, this is going to be the thing." Like how Andrea was saying to me, like, there's always one part that you're going to have with your partner for the rest of your life. It's kind of that you choose.
Can you deal with it?
Have you seen something between you and Nicola? Like, what's
Yes.
I'll tell you, mine is that I'm very punctual.
Yes.
And Adriano, God, for the life of me, this man just doesn't give a fuck if he's on time or not. It's I can't.
I can see.
Oh my God. And he's the most child. Oh, if we're there, we're there. If we're not there, we're not there. Oh, I'll get ready now. And I'm just like, oh my God, there's a plan, there's a time, there's an RSVP. Like we said, I'm a rule follower.
Yes. Holiday rules.
Today I say to him, like, okay, cool. Like, we really need to leave for 8:30, please, because we were by him, not by me.
Okay.
So I'm like, we really need to leave for 8:30 so we can get out, out of the house on time, blah, blah. 8:30, this man is still taking his bike off the back. I'm like, so then today in the car, we were joking about it. It was 10 to 9. And I was like, oh, then now because he's so chilled, right? It's 10 to 9. It's driving 40 because it's looking at the signs on the side. And and I'm like, can you please wait? Like, can you just accelerate? And then he's like, yeah, well, there's like, I'm like, oh. So then I joked him today and I was like, this is going to be our thing. This is it. This is it. It's going to be this.
Okay, so
What's yours?
I'm sure Nicholas got something for me as well. But like my thing is exactly what's just happened this last week. This not listening or not taking things easy. Like in our relationship, because we've now been together, what's it, August, so September, October. Yeah, 2 months,
Yeah,
2 months, 2 months.
Both of our relationships
are new, yes. Today is the 12th, so yesterday was our 2-month anniversary.
Okay.
So anyway, the long and the short of it is, so the only thing we ever really argue about is the case of she'll be like, she'll be, in my opinion, overdoing it.
Yes.
Like for instance, she'll be like, okay, I'm going to go run tomorrow.
Seems to not be able to take it easy.
Easy, yes. And I'm going,
for the love of God, race.
Okay, what got you into this position was the fact that you never rested and you kept going. When your body hurts, you need to stop. Okay, rather be off for 3 weeks than be out for 3 months.
100%.
Stop.
In the long run, if you rest at now and look after it now, you might have a better results in the long run.
100%. Doctor says be on the crutches for 6 weeks. Nicholas off the crutches in 3. Then she, for instance, she like now she's doing like a race, like a walk. Okay, she's on crutches. She's got 4 pelvic fractures. And I'm going, why are you doing this race? Like, what is the necessity?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably argue with that as well. I'd probably also be like, are you cooked?
And I'm like, why are you doing this race? Like, okay, so the one was for her dad. It was on his birthday, so it was a memory because he passed away a couple of years ago. So anyway, okay, cool. So that one I'm gonna let slide because I'm like, okay, for that.
Even so, though, you are using your emotional baggage to still exert your body.
And the other thing is, like I said to her, your father, if he was still alive, would probably say to you, don't go walking, rest your body.
Rest your body, yeah.
No, so it's not like this is what you would have wanted to do. You get what I'm saying? So
I do feel like this is going to be your Everest because I actually have heard you say before, like Nicola just doesn't know how to listen to take it easy when you're injured.
100%. So yeah. So for instance, and it's like in the following 2 weeks later, she's walking again, and I'm like, what are you walking for? What is it that you're walking for?
We've mentioned this before, and I think looking at Adriano and Nicola, they're so similar in that way. So, yesterday we were at one of these like big races that he had or something like that. And there was 2 guys there that had come to greet. One of them had a back op several years ago and is now due for another back op. So he can't be touching his bike. They said probably for the next year. Like he will maybe be back on his bike end of next year if he's back. And just like the stories that Adriano was telling me about him, I joked with him yesterday and I said, I feel you a cockroach. And not in a mean way, like he's a cool guy. I'm just
but
like,
you
I
just
feel
don't die.
Cockroach because like you just don't die. Like he's been through it all. Hey, it's all been broken. It's all this, whatever. Then there was another one who was also injured and like snapped his arm or something like that. And was saying how he's going to be back on his bike in like 6 weeks, but he's not supposed to. And then like one of the sentences he said was like, oh, fuck it, the doctors don't know or whatever. I'm like,
well, I'm pretty sure that
they are just so... It's so in their mind. We like this. You and I, we're active people. We like paddle. I go to the gym. I love being active. I do, but I can't say that I love it to trump my whole. Whereas they do. I do. This man, things are so fast on him. His ankle, his this, his wrist, whatever. But he does not care because the moment he puts that helmet on, he's in another realm. He doesn't care what's so on him because he just wants to be on that thing. And I think we will never be able to understand
No,
this. And that's on Nicola thinks
Yes.
involved.
and also with Nicola, like for instance, I get
It's an addiction.
Yeah. I get where she comes from, where that's just her mental outlet. You know, it's like where she gets rid of her like stress and things like that. I also get that, you know, she has this thing to be very independent, where she needs to do this to prove to herself that she can still do it. Fine.
But that's the competitiveness.
Yeah. But once again, you can still prove to yourself that you can do it without going over the top with it. Like, you know what? Prove to yourself in 3 months' time that you can still do it. You don't need to 2 weeks on crutches. Prove to yourself that you can still
No, that's
walk
very
a
unnecessary.
5K.
Yeah.
And like I said to you, the
Heal and show us that you're even better.
yeah, when you come back, like I'll give you an example. Like now last week, and I sort of understand why she ran the pace she ran, because she ran with other people. So now you're running with other people, also in a bit of the Kamadulos. So you don't want to get left behind because you bloody get dropped.
Yeah.
Something.
And also there is that natural thing of like when everyone else is going at this pace, you're like, well, I want to as well.
Yeah. And I'm just saying, you should never be running your first week back almost at a
That
pace
pace,
that
yeah.
you has to run when you were healthy and fit.
No, never.
And I'm just going,
Easy
and
to it.
you should be. And like, for instance, so I also, like a lot of times I'm just like going, I don't know, you like, you don't need to, just stick to your own lane.
I'm like the opposite because I'm like, well, if I can't do it the way I want, then I don't want to do it at all.
Yeah.
So like a friend of mine's also going to do her ACL in December. And then they said, okay, well, 6 weeks later, you can be back at CrossFit. I'm like, don't bullshit me. You're someone who squats 100 kgs. Don't tell me now that for 6 months, you're going to go to CrossFit and you're going to, squat 10 kgs. You don't have it in you.
No.
You don't have it in you. And you're going to watch everyone around you doing it. And you're going to want to be as good as you were. Stay out of it for longer.
100%.
Rest. And I understand you have to get the joints moving. There's never they never say to you, you must just sit in bed the whole time.
Yes.
You must not be bedridden. I get it. You got to get the muscles moving. When I had my jaw off the next day, I was in physio already because they were like, as soon as it's good, you got to get the muscle moving. I get it. But they also said to me that I wasn't allowed to train for like 3 months. And that's like nothing in my body was wrong. But they were like, as soon as you train, you clinch a bit. And no risk of that whatsoever. So I was like, okay, fine. I didn't do it
100%.
because that's what they told me I needed to do in order for it to heal.
100%. And like, for instance, like now, I've got the sciatic nerve problem. Now, I played the other day, and then like I played really badly because I'm like when I've got to pick up a ball, I'm like,
You ain't know, yeah.
I'm going halfway down. I'm not going all the way down to pick it up. So I'm like sort of I am. I'm like literally trying to scoop it rather than picking it up properly. So, and then like I get frustrated because then I'm like, I'm playing badly and I'm not enjoying it.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I'm not going to play it.
Now I'm not even having fun.
Yeah. Now I'm not going to play. I'm not going to continue playing through this pain because I'm actually not enjoying, because I know I'm not at my best, and now I'm not, and rather let me start trying to sort it out now.
100%.
Okay, then in a couple of weeks time I can be back. Where if I just continue like this, nothing gets better. And so anyway, like I said, with all that, that's going to be our Everest. I can see when it comes to that,
So yours is going to be she doesn't know how to take it easy, and mine's going to be the
punctuality.
lack of punctuation, the lack of care.
So no, and once again, I can only hope. But as you say, you probably know.
Please go ask her the same question. I'm going to ask him the same question.
Yeah.
Let's come back with what they think Everest is going to be. I would love to hear what theirs is.
I will. I'm
because we have ours now. Let's see what they say.
And because I was like, I'm trying to think what else could be. Maybe my short fuse.
Okay.
Let's see if that's what you said.
I honestly don't know what the answer would be. I also don't know how to tell with Adriano because the man is just constantly so positive 24/7.
So he's not showing you like this annoying me.
Yeah, so like I don't actually know what annoys him about. And there's definitely something I don't annoy yet.
It's like the reason I say is like I know like I can like my road rage.
I can be snappy.
Yeah.
So it's probably that.
My road rage is like next level. So like Nicola had a dream the other night that she had to come and identify my body because I got shot in a road rage incident. Because like I promise you, like small things. Like the other day we're driving and this guy's got his indicator on and he's got it on. Now every time then a road comes, then he doesn't turn. Then I'm like, then he goes. Then I'm like, is he turning into this house? No. Then he goes. Then it's the next road. Then he goes. Then we get to a traffic light. Then he still goes. And I'm like, eventually I'm like, Jesus, like this, like fucking switch off your indicator. And she's like, oh, why is that bothering you?
So much.
And I'm like, because you never know when to expect a sudden break and turn. Because, you know, like, I'm like,
I don't have road rage, I must say. I'm super chill on the roads. Adriana, on that hand, swears every single person.
oh, you see, and I'm sort of the same. Like I said, I get it that it's me that's also the problem. But it's like, I just feel like, Jesus, there's so many stupid people driving. It's like, for instance, it kills me when we have, for instance, like I'll give you an example. We had because always the traffic lights around here don't bloody work.
Yeah, always.
Okay, so now there's a massive truck. Okay, it's crossing over. There's 3 cars. 3, 4 cars can go with the truck.
Yeah.
Let's save time.
Yeah.
Let's save time.
If I'm that second or third one, I'm like, yeah, but the truck is going, so all of that's
Yeah, there's nobody can come across.
Yeah.
Even these people here that are turning, you can't
Nobody can do anything until the fuck pass on. Yeah.
So calm the fuck down. So I'm like, please, let's just try and minimize traffic by taking opportunities.
Efficiency, guys. Efficiency.
Yeah, but then you get, I got another thing. 2 cars stop at the thing. 1 car drives off. And I'm like, why the hell did you not go? Why did you? And you know what? This is what annoyed me. Not only are you now not being efficient, the thing that then bothers me, now suddenly, when it's this person's time to turn, now you want to go. Now you fucking up all the other traffic because you fucking late on pull.
We are riling him up just to see about it.
Yeah.
It's not even in.
Yeah. Be careful when I get off the road now. But yeah, it's things like that that like gets me. And then I'm like, always like, I'm paras. But then, you know, once again, I know I'm not the problem.
Let's ask our partners what the Everest is.
100%.
Go tell your friend it's by association. He was definitely addicted. The taste is just the association he had with it. And yeah.
Anyway,
smash another good week.
All the best. I hope, hopefully something good comes. We'll check in again next week. But I agree.
When I talk to everybody, it's that have fun with.
100%. Keep it positive.
Yeah.
And on that bombshell, keep it classy.
Bye.